There is evidence in Padma Puran. There are 6 chapters in Padma Puran glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, in which there is incident of a Brahmana called as Atmadev. And this Atmadev Brahman, he was a very pious Brahmana, very rich Brahmana. He had a very beautiful wife, but the problem with him was that he had no children. He had no son. So he used to always lament that I have no son, I have no son. So one day, with frustration, he went to the forest with the intention of giving up his life. And there he met a sannyasi. And when he saw sannyasi, he was glowing and he was very effulgent. And this Brahmana fell at the feet of this sannyasi and requested him, please help me with my situation. And the sannyasi said, what do you want? He said, I don't have a son. And that's why there is no spice in my grahastha life. My family is not expanding. And then sannyasi started talking to him about, take sannyas. There's no enjoyment in grahastha life. Take sannyas. I will train you in sannyas. And then he said, no. I want a son. And then then the sannyasi looks at the forehead of that Atmadev Brahman and said, I'm sorry, but for next 7 births you won't have a son. And then immediately after hearing this, Atmadev Brahman's eyes light up. He's saying, oh my God, if he can see my 7 births, then he can certainly give me a son in this birth. So he fell flat at the lotus feet of the sannyasi and begged him, please give me a son, please give me a son. And the sannyasi, he picked up a fruit from the tree and he offered prayers to his deity. And then he gave it to that Brahmana, said, okay, if you are so hankering for a son, then so be it. Give this fruit to your wife and she will deliver a child. Now, Atmadev Brahman, he goes back and his wife was very, very beautiful, but she was not interested in delivering a baby. And so she accepted that fruit and she said to her husband, okay, my dear husband, give me some time. I will also meditate and chant, and then I will, at a very auspicious time, I will take it. But she was not willing to have that fruit because she had faith that this fruit has been given by sadhu, a sannyasi, so certainly it will deliver a baby. I'll become pregnant and I'll have to give birth. Now she had her own reservations. So she called her sister and she said, oh dear sister, could you imagine that if my stomach is so big and at that time the dacoits, they attack our village, everybody will run except for me and they will kill me. So, and also, what if like 𝐬𝐮𝐲𝐻𝐿 Goswami, this boy also doesn't come out for 16 years? I'll be dead. Because she is a wife of a Brahmana, so she had heard pastimes that 𝐬𝐮𝐲𝐻𝐿 Goswami was in the womb for 16 years. So she was giving these arguments to her sister saying, what if 𝐬𝐿 Goswami, this boy also doesn't come out from my womb for 16 years? And so many other things she was saying. In short, my dear sister, I don't want to eat this fruit. Please give me a solution. And she said, okay, I'm going to deliver a son soon. Okay, so you stay away from your husband and pretend that you are you're pregnant and wear saris on every day or after every few days. Put more and more saris on yourself and show you that your stomach is growing. And then I will deliver my son to you and I'll say that I had a miscarriage. And in this way, I'll just need some money. You just give me some money to my husband and he'll be satisfied. So everything was agreed, everything was done. But she said, oh my dear sister, what should you do with this fruit? And she said, give it to the cow. Let us see what happens. If that sadhu is so powerful, then this cow should also give birth to a baby boy. So everything was done and everything happened as per planned, and Atmadev Brahman didn't come to know. And gradually, this Dhunduli gave birth. Dhunduli's sister gave birth to a baby, but it was said that Dhunduli gave birth to a baby, and there was a big festival organized by Atmadev Brahman. And this Atmadeva Brahman was very, very happy and very, very delighted. And then after a certain while, the cow in his Goshala also gave birth to a baby boy. And now everybody started saying that look at the fortune of Atmadeva Brahman. There was a time when he was struggling to even have a baby born in his family. Now even the cow is giving birth in his family. Wow, what a mercy. Now the boy which was born from Dhunduli became Dhundukari, and the boy which was born from cow was called as Gokarna, because he had ears like of a cow and a body of a human being. So he is called as Gokarna. And gradually Dhundukari, he became very mischievous, and he used to beat everyone. Even he used to pick up the little kids and he used to throw them in the well. And he used to even kill little children. And gradually became so mischievous that people used to become terrified by him. He used to walk with so many dogs and he used to attack someone's house and loot their house, and this is the way how he used to maintain. And gradually Dhundukari he got married to 5 prostitutes, and the 5 prostitutes, they killed him for money. And they buried the body in the same house where they were living. And this news went to Gokarna. Now Gokarna was completely fixed up in Krishna. He was a transcendentalist, so he never bothered staying in the house. Because he was born by the mercy of a sadhu, he was very, very attached to Krishna and used to always wander preaching the glories of the Lord. So he heard that his brother was killed in a certain way. So he went to Gaya and offered the Shraddha. He performed the Shraddha for him. And then thinking and understanding that this Gaya is a place where if someone performs Shraddha ceremony for a departed soul, he must be delivered. At least he should get a human form of life. And that human form of life will be in a very auspicious family. He'll be delivered. So with this understanding that everything is over, he thought of coming back to his village. So he came to his village and to the same house where his parents used to stay, where Dhundukari used to stay. And there Dhundukari was still residing there in the form of a ghost. He was still not delivered. And that particular night, when Gokarna was there, Dhundukari, he appeared in a ghostly form in front of Gokarna. And he said, "My dear brother, please save me. Please save me. I am struggling. Please deliver me." Gokarna said, "I offered sacrifices. I did puja for you in Shraddha for you in Gaya, and you are not delivered." And Dhundukari said, "My dear brother, if you perform thousands and thousands of such sacrifices in Gaya, I cannot be delivered. I am that sinful. Now please, my dear brother, help me. Okay, said, okay. Wait, I will discuss tomorrow with the Brahmanas. So next day, he invited everyone from all the Brahmanas, all the 4 kinds of Brahmanas are mentioned, who are interested in Vedas and other scholars. He invited everyone and he requested them to find a remedy for his brother Dhundukari. And they all said, if by performing sacrifice in Gaya your brother is not delivered, then it is very difficult. But my dear Gokarna, why don't you ask Sun God? And Gokarna was not an ordinary person. He was very, very powerful. Immediately he prayed to Sun God and he requested, "Oh dear Sun God, you are the witnesser. You witness all the activities of all the living entities. So please tell me, what should I do?" And then Sun God, he said, "Oh my dear Gokarna, please recite the Bhagavatam which was recited by 𝐲𝐨𝐮𝐫 Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Start to end, and your brother will be delivered. That's it. There is no other way, and there is no other way." So, Gokarna, a big festival was arranged, and Gokarna began to speak the Bhagavatam. Nigamakalpatarurgalitam phalam shukamukhadram vasayutam vivada bhagavatam rasamalayam muhurav rasika bhuvibhavka. So, Shukadeva goes, the Bhagavatam which was recited by Shukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit, Gokarna started reciting it. And Dundukari, who had no physical body, he had an airy body. He was not having a physical body. So he took shelter of a bamboo. And coincidentally, that bamboo also had 7 knots. And this Bhagavata seminar which was going on was also for 7 days. Each day, this Bhagavatam was going on day and night. It was not a 1 hour or 2 hour affair. Bhagavatam was going on for day and night. It is said that Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. All the time we should serve Bhagavatam. By what ways? There are 3 ways of serving Bhagavatam. By hearing from realized souls. Second, by reading it every day. We should spend hours and hours and hours, if possible, to read Srimad Bhagavatam. And then what is the third way? Glorify what you have heard and what you have read. Glorify in the assembly of the Vaishnavas. This is the way one can serve Srimad Bhagavatam. So, here, Gokarna started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. And at each day, 1 knot in that bamboo, in the bamboo tree used to burst. Each day. First day, the first knot was broken. Second day, third. Gradually on the 7th day, the 7th knot broke. And the Dundukari, who was in a ghostly form, in an airy body, was transformed into an associate of the Lord of Vaikuntha, and he appeared in front of everyone. This is the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. If one hears from a sadhu and hears his rapt attention, then this is what is going to happen. But now there was a question there. Gokarna, immediately the associates of Lord of Vaikuntha came there to take Dundukari, the spiritual world. And Gokarna stopped them. They said, "Oh dear servants of the Supreme Lord, what is it? What is the reason that only Dundukari was delivered and not all those people who heard? Why aren't they also heard Bhagavatam? Why are not they delivered and only this Dundukari, a ghost, got delivered? He was not even in a human form of life. He was in a ghostly form of life. How was he delivered?" And the associates of Lord of Vaikuntha said that yes, everybody heard Bhagavatam, but only Dundukari was contemplating on it. Only Dundukari was meditating on it. And the result of that was all his prarabdha and everything was finished. And he was transformed into an associate of the Lord. He became a pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by giving an oral reception to Srimad Bhagavatam.